What's up YouTube, Alvaro here, welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. You guys already know this channel. In this channel we talk about the markets, but we do it in English and Spanish, so you guys can pick your preferred language. And in this video, and as I do it Mondays through Thursdays and right after the market closes, I want to make a quick stock market update, breaking down some technicals and going over the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, which are the most important indices of the United States stock market. And at the end of the video, I am going to be breaking down as well the three stocks that are going to be on the top of my watch list for tomorrow's trading session. So let's get started. And today we are having another red day all across the board, but nothing to be worried about. I think that the Russell 2000 is trying to pull up a green day. We'll still have 11 more minutes in today's trading session, but nothing really important happened today. We saw some sort of volatility in the S&P 500, and speaking of the devil, let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. Ooh, take a look at this. The S&P 500 is selling off as of now, guys. It is 3:49 p.m. in the East Coast. So let's see what happens in the S&P 500, guys, because today we failed right at the opening at 4170. I told you guys in yesterday's video that 4170 was going to be the most important level of resistance in today's trading session. And then after the bulls failed twice at 4163, we saw a big drop and the bulls managed to found support at 4140. And as I am recording this video, guys, the bulls are, or the bears rather, are testing 4140 once again. So let's see how the S&P 500 manages to close today's trading session. This is going to be interesting, okay? 4140 as I am recording this video. So I am going to pull up here the 4-hour chart because this is pretty much live reaction, guys. So depending on the close that we have in today's trading session, the most important level of support, I mean, if we happen to close below 4140, which happens, I mean, as of now looks very likely, we still have 9 more minutes in today's trading session, and the S&P 500 is at 4138. So let's see how this plays out. So if we close below 4140, the most important level of support for tomorrow's trading session is going to be 4120, which is a very important level of previous support for the bulls in the S&P 500 that already acted as such in 1, 2, 3, and 4 opportunities before. And if we happen to close above 4140, then 4140 is going to be an important level of support for the bulls tomorrow in the S&P 500. And in terms of resistance, guys, the most important level that I am going to be looking at tomorrow, if we happen to close, as I said before, above 4140, is going to be 4170, which is an area in which the bulls failed in yesterday's trading session and in today's trading session as well. If 4170 happens to be broken to the upside, then we have another important level of resistance at 4180, which is a previous area of support and resistance in the S&P 500. And if 4180 happens to be broken to the upside, then we are looking at pretty much 4213, 4218, which is a former all-time high in the S&P 500. If 4120 happens to be broken to the downside, then the next important level of support that I am going to be looking at is going to be 4087, which happens to be a previous support that already acted as such in last Friday's trading session, and it also acted as a resistance in 2 opportunities before. So these are going to be the levels of support and resistance that I am going to be looking at in tomorrow's trading session, and we still have 8 more minutes in today's trading session. And let's see how this plays out for the bulls in the S&P 500. And so far it isn't looking any good. We are at 4135, and yes, guys, we are selling off aggressively here. So I think that we might close today's trading session above 4120. And in the case of the Nasdaq 100, the situation must be very similar to the S&P 500. So let's see. There you go. The Nasdaq 100 is selling off as well. We are trading as of now at 13,240 points. So I am going to pull up here the 4-hour chart And sorry guys, but I am pretty much improvising here, alright? So there's nothing that I was able to prepare before starting to record the video. So regardless of today's close, the most important level of support for tomorrow's trading session is going to be 13,100 points. 13,100 points is an important previous area of support and resistance for the bulls in the S&P 500. 13,100 points already acted as a support in one opportunity, but it also acted as a resistance in one and two opportunities before. And I am assuming we still have 6 more minutes in today's trading session that today we are closing below, we're gonna close most likely below 13,300 points, which was an area that acted today for a couple of hours or 3 hours as support, and after having been broken to the downside, so tomorrow is going to act, or is very likely to act in tomorrow's trading session as a resistance, 13,300 points, and today's the bulls struggled at 13,400 points, as you guys can see over here. So from a resistance standpoint for tomorrow's trading session, watch out for 13,300 points or 13,400 points and to the downside. And from a support standpoint, tomorrow I am going to be looking at 13,100 points in the Nasdaq 100, and the first stock of this video is going to be good old Beyond Meat. And in the case of Beyond Meat, guys, we got good news yesterday and today as well. So Pizza Hut and Beyond Meat announced yesterday 3 new meat plant-based protein menu items. And today, this morning actually, earlier today, the Islamic Services of America announced there goes the market, and the S&P 500 closed at 41.27. So the bulls managed to hold 41.20 into the closing bell. Wow. That was close. So we basically got very good news about Beyond Meat from Canada and inside the US as well. And I am seriously thinking, guys, and most of you might believe that I am crazy, in buying call options in the case of Beyond Meat. So Beyond Meat went up today 1.89%. So Beyond Meat was able to pull up a green day, basically thanks to the good news that we got yesterday and today. And it closed today's trading session at $104.45. So Beyond Meat is a stock that has gotten absolutely decimated, or got absolutely decimated after having reported earnings a few days ago. So Beyond Meat was trading basically within a $10 or $15 range, somewhere between $125 and $135, and once the latest earnings report came out, this stock pretty much collapsed. So I am going to zoom in here on the 4-hour chart, but I like the fact, guys, that $100 has been able to provide support for the bulls of Beyond Meat in 3 opportunities in recent days. 1, 2, and 3, as in 3 opportunities, as you guys can see over here. So I'm thinking, guys, because Beyond Meat just closed today's trading session, as I said before, at $104. If tomorrow I happen to see Beyond Meat paying a visit once again to $100, which could happen because today we had a very bearish close in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100. So if tomorrow I happen to see Beyond Meat paying a visit to $100 but finding support over there, I am going to buy call options that expire in August with a price target of $125. And why I am going to be picking that price target? Well, because $125 is going to be a very tough spot for the bulls of Beyond Meat whenever Beyond Meat manages to be able to reverse this horrible downtrend in which Beyond Meat has been trading lately. $125 is a very important area of previous support for Beyond Meat that already acted as such in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 opportunities before. So that is going to be my price target, $125. Because as I said before, I know that that is going to be a spot in which the bulls are going to have a very hard time, and I am going to definitely be buying call options of Beyond Meat at $100 if Beyond Meat happens to visit $100 tomorrow or in the upcoming days. If any of you wants to take a regular trade on Beyond Meat, buying shares of Beyond Meat at $100, and remember that I am not a financial advisor, so you have to do your own research work and reach your own conclusions, but if any of you wants to take this trade, let's say that you pick up some shares of Beyond Meat at $100 and you sell those shares at $125, you are going to be making an 18% profit, nothing to sneeze at. And the second stock of this video, good old Disney. And in the case of Disney, you guys know that this company recently reported earnings, and after having reported earnings, this stock fell off a cliff, as you guys can see over here. So what happened? They missed on new subscribers for Disney Plus. Analysts were expecting 15 million new subscribers, and Disney only added 8.7 million new subscribers for Q1 of this year. However, Disney Plus already has more than 100 million new subscribers, so I think that Disney Plus is doing great. I think that Disney Plus is going to do very well over time, and this was pretty much an overreaction. And keep in mind, guys, that the theme parks of Disney are 100% open here in the US, but in the rest of the world, those theme parks are still closed. I think that in China, those parks are partially opened, but in Europe, those parks are closed. So I think that Disney is a very valid reopening play, because whenever it happens, whenever the world gets back to normal 100%, and once the theme parks of Disney are reopened completely, Disney's revenue is going to grow a lot. So, and since I am a person that puts his money where his mouth is, I recently opened a swing position on Disney. So take a look at this, guys. I purchased 50 shares at an average price of $169.69, and as of now I have a small profit over here of $30.43. So what's my plan when it comes to this swing position that I have on Disney? So if Disney happens to reverse this downtrend that you guys can see over here, my price target for all intents and purposes when it comes to this swing trade is going to be $180. $180 is a previous area of support and resistance for Disney that I think is going to act as an important new area of resistance for Disney. $180 already acted as a support for Disney in one and two opportunities before, but it also acted as an important resistance for Disney back in early January. So if I happen to close this trade the way that I am describing it, I am going to be locking in a profit of almost 7%. However, guys, if Disney happens to keep on dropping, and if it visits $160, which is an area that already acted as a support for Disney back on January 27th, I am going to be adding 50 more shares to this position. So I am going to end up having 100 shares of Disney at an average price of probably $165. So from $165 up to $180, I am going to be having a profit with this trade of almost 9%. So watch out for Disney, guys. I think that this stock is due for a relief rally, even though this chart doesn't look any good. Disney is trading below the moving averages, and we can see a clear downtrend on the 4-hour chart. Disney actually went down today 0.24%, and it closed today's trading session at $169.68, and the RSI is at 33 points. So Disney is officially trading into oversold territory, and I believe that it is due for a relief rally. And mind you, guys, if we happen to see Disney pulling back down to, and as I said before, $160, which is a previous support that already acted as such back on January 27th. So if Disney happens to keep on pulling back and visit $160, the RSI is going to be even lower, which is going to increase the likelihood for the bulls of Disney to find support at $160 and then bounce back up. So watch out for Disney. And the last stock of this video, Bionano Genomics. And in the case of Bionano Genomics, this company reported earnings 5 days ago. They reported very good earnings. So net loss came out at $9.95 million versus $10.5 million in the same quarter of last year. And sales came out at $3.20 million, and that figure beat the analyst estimate of $2.90 million. So this company reported very good earnings, and it looks like Bionano Genomics has a first chance of recovering from this horrible bear market in which it has been trading for the last months. So what am I thinking about Bionano Genomics over here, guys? I'm thinking, and take a look at this. This stock went up today 3.93%, and it closed today's trading session at $5.82 when the markets in general terms had a red day. So this is a very positive sign for the bulls of Bionano Genomics. So I'm thinking, guys, that if Bionano Genomics can burst above $6.45, which happens to be a price that coincides with a previous area of support for Bionano Genomics and also with the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, I'm thinking that this stock can easily fill the gap up to the next important level of resistance at $7.82. $7.82 is a previous area of resistance in which the bulls of Bionano Genomics failed at back on April 27th. So let's say that we pick up some shares of Bionano Genomics at $5.50 and we sell those shares at $7.80, we're looking at a 21% profit, a very solid profit. And who knows, guys, because if the markets in general terms happen to take a hit, and if the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500 and the Russell 2000 happen to drop, who knows if Bionano Genomics can pay another visit to $5, or rather $4.50, which was the lower support for Bionano Genomics on May 13th. So I'm thinking, guys, because Bionano Genomics actually reported very interesting earnings 5 days ago. So from all-time high down to $4.40, we are looking at a 72% discount from a long-term perspective in the case of Bionano Genomics. So maybe, guys, if Bionano Genomics happens to pay another visit, and depending on whatever happens with the markets in general terms, so if this stock happens to pay another visit to $4.40, $4.50, I might think about starting a long-term position in the case of Bionano Genomics. So let's see how everything plays out for the stock of this company. And with Bionano Genomics, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting these stock market update videos Mondays through Thursdays right after the market closes. So if you want to get the notifications of our videos in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to the channel, and you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. On our Instagram account, we are posting news and information on a daily basis. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets, but we do things differently because we talk about the markets in English and Spanish, so you guys can pick your preferred language. But most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow once again after the market closes. Peace out, stay green.